so let's say we're driving, right? We're driving and all of a sudden, oh shoot, somebody's there, hide, hide. You serious?
Welcome to our most star-packed Extra Butter TV ever. What began as a joke on Entourage, now a major motion picture and bringing people into the DC universe. Aquaman, in theaters, Jason Momoa, our guest. Also, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, Aquaman. Mary Poppins is your competition. Lin-Manuel Miranda brings the music. Emily Blunt brings the Poppins. Also, you think you're gonna sit out this Transformers? Don't. It's not only a great Transformers movie, it's one of the season's best movies. John Cena and a cast of Bumblebee joining us on this spectacular edition of Extra Butter. It's just me hanging out with my friends, talking about movies pretty much the way you talk about movies. And check it out, they even caught the kite.
Of course we did.
Mary Poppins kite.
Mary Poppins.
All right, who has like a 5-year-old age-appropriate child for a kite? No, you don't. You do.
I do.
All right, congratulations. And you get a kite.
Yeah, and I get a kite.
And you don't get a kite, and you don't get a kite.
No kite.
Hey, welcome to the show. We have more stars on this edition of Extra Butter than we've ever had, so let's start off with panelist roll call.
My name's Maria Gloria. You can find me at Maria Gloria.
And I'm Kelly Savannah Deaton. Find me at Kelly Savannah Deaton.
Comedian Steph Sanders, SN23, aka Roman Head 12-year-old body.
All right, follow me at TV Marcus Allen, and before you start complaining, why don't I get a kite? Let me know if you'd like a kite. We can hook you up. I know people.
But not this kite.
And not you.
You know, kite
I'll hook you up with other stuff.
Okay.
All right, so moving on with what killed it at the box office last week, and before we get to this star-studded show, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I told you.
Killed
You're
it.
always correct with those things
Yes, you
because
are.
it really gives a face of Spider-Man to everybody, and that's why it resonates with everybody. That's why it's doing so good.
Diversity,
And
diversity, diversity, yes.
And that's why I said it resonates with everybody.
I agree. When I sat down with Jake and Shameik, that's pretty much what we talked about. Take a look.
Yeah, well, I think the fun of this movie is that everybody's represented. And it's really nice to have a new Spider-Man of color, and it's really nice to have a new Spider-Person who's a woman.
Yep.
And it's also really nice to have your good old-fashioned white old Spider-Man as you know him. And it's nice to see him grown up a little bit.
What has been the most rewarding part of it for both of you so far?
Well, honestly, just hearing about people's children. It might be one of the most rewarding parts for me, and how influential this movie is going to be for them.
I honestly didn't think it was going to do very well. Like, I disagreed with Mark hard because, I mean, I just thought it was way too much. I was like, how are they going to pack so much into one movie? But they didn't, and they did it very well.
Seamless.
Yeah.
Exactly. You hurt my feelings so bad by not agreeing with me. I had to reach out to somebody else, and let's go to her right now. You know her, you love her, the pride of New York television, entertainment journalism, Damaris Diaz, everybody!
Look how stunning you look.
I swear, she looks like the real life emoji.
Yeah, I know, you do.
You always look like the salsa
I
emoji.
swear.
So, first of all, happy holidays to you.
Thank you.
You're one of the few people, I can name maybe 2 others, that believed in me when I said Into the Spider-Verse was going to crush it at the box office. Why do you think it did so well?
Oh my God, this movie is amazing. First of all, the music is fire. Had me dancing the whole time in the theater. And can we talk about the first Afro-Latino Spider-Man? Like, it's about time, people.
What do you think, well, first of all, what did you love so much? What did you lean into?
First of all, I love that it's a movie for everyone. The smallest child to the oldest person in the theater was cracking up. It's a funny movie. It's super entertaining. There's something there for everyone.
Do animals talk in this dimension? Because I don't want to freak them out.
And I really love Spider-Woman. Like, I want to be her when I grow up.
Well, Damaris Diaz, you gave my voice some credence. Thanks for being on the show. Where do we find you online?
Thank you. You can find me at Damaris Diaz TV on Instagram. Le mando muchas felicidades en esta Navidad.
Yay!
And one more fashion pose of this stunning outfit you're wearing
Do
today.
the salsa emoji.
With the salsa emoji.
Today, every day,
There we go.
every day.
Lovely.
Emoji in
She
real
always
life.
has great things to say, and if I ever disagree with her when I do see her in public, I never want to debate with her on the same
I
coast.
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Yeah, she'll lay you down for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
All right, I'm excited about this next debate. I want to know how you feel. How do you think Bumblebee is going to do right now? Because I have strong opinions about this movie, I got to warn you.
Well, I have strong opinions too, but I'm not going to say that around my 5-year-old daughter because she is amped for this
Oh,
movie.
yeah?
Amped.
All right.
Ants.
Okay, and I'm just a huge fan of John Cena. He's definitely following in The Rock's footsteps. He's in everything.
Yep.
And I think that his presence in this is really what makes it top notch.
Can you have a crush on the Decepticon? Angela Bassett, I got a real life crush on her anyway, and she just killed it. I think the nostalgia in this movie did great because it's the 80s, and I think everybody's catching on to the nostalgia right now.
True.
I think it's gonna do fantastic.
Yeah, I think for the reason Stranger Things is so popular, this movie is getting popular. I'm telling you, go see this movie. Forget there ever was a Transformers movie.
Yeah.
It plays way more like a Steven Spielberg film or a John Hughes film. And I talked to your boyfriend John Cena about it.
When it's at its best, I mean, you would think the action would be the best parts of it. And don't get me wrong, the action's fantastic. But just the dialogue and the organic nature and the relationships, it kind of feels like a John Hughes movie lifted from the 80s.
And those were some of my favorite movies from the 80s. So that's what resonates with me about the film is the story. I come from a profession of live action entertainment. And if you do action for the sake of action, there's very little lasting entertainment because you're not invested in anything. Sure. Bumblebee is a great origin story where you learn about Bumblebee, you learn about Charlie, you learn about Memo, you learn about Agent Burns, and all of these characters have a definitive story arc through the movie. It really is easy to get invested in this movie.
Go see this movie, you won't be disappointed. All right, starting this weekend, there will be more water in theaters from the drool from the ladies than there are the oceans because Jason Momoa is Aquaman. He joins us next to talk about it. Hey, welcome back. It is Extra Motor TV. I promise you picked a great show because more stars on this show than you're ever going to see anywhere. Every major movie star in movies this holiday season right here.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
Let's talk about the movie everybody's talking about. Ladies love Momoa.
Permission to come aboard.
Ooh, gosh, okay.
I can't even.
I have to
what were we
say,
talking about?
I have to say,
Aquaman.
I was not expecting this movie, for me to like this movie, because I'm not the biggest fan of Aquaman, to be honest.
Right.
And honestly, when I pictured Aquaman as a kid, it was never this
Glorious
sculpture of a man. But I'm so happy they went this direction with it.
Speaking of sexiness, this one kind of leans in with nerd crushes on the very weird, older, bizarre guys like Willem Dafoe.
Whoa, the daddy complex? No, I'm just kidding.
A little bit.
No, I didn't say Willem Dafoe was sexy, but I think you need that veteran, heavyweight actor kind of portrayal in this. And it's crazy because comic book movies are so big that you have Nicole Kidman in this and Willem Dafoe. That says something of the genre right now.
Fantastic. Let's back it up to where you started lying. Didn't she, during the break, say she thought Willem Dafoe was sexy?
No, I did not. I was being sarcastic. I said I like Jeff Goldblum and I like Jason Bateman.
Both creepy.
Anywho,
No!
I talked to Willem Dafoe. He's got a big year. He might be getting the Academy Award for his portrayal of Van Gogh in At Eternity's Gate. We talked a little bit about that. Take a look.
Thinking about your career, you've pretty much done it all. Sometimes a couple times now in your film career.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to do a range of things, and it still goes on, so I'm happy. Lately I've been able to mix things up, like do an Aquaman next to something like At Eternity's Gate.
Yes,
this movie with Van Gogh.
Yeah, there's two things I would bid on eBay. One, your outfit from this, and two, one of those paintings, because I know you painted in real time when you played Van Gogh, which is bananas, awesome.
Cool. Yeah, and my costume in this, beautiful.
Others regret.
When my wife saw it, she said, "Oh man, you look so cool." You know, that's a good barometer of something.
I'm thinking about it. In your career, I have never seen you not look cool. And even out on the streets, you look
I think
cool.
you've missed some of my movies.
He is a little sexy pawpaw, though. Like,
Really? I never said he was sexy,
Stop
but I
sweating.
think he is a heavyweight actor, and that's what I'm saying. It's crazy how big comic book movies are right now that they're getting the likes of Willem Dafoe in this.
All right, what do we say about Amber Heard? Very strong leading lady.
Perfect choice. Perfect choice. You wouldn't really think of her in this role, right? Because she's so level-headed. She doesn't like the two-dimensional, how they used to do comic book movies. They used to portray women. And now they're completely revolutionizing it, and she is at the helm. And I love her portrayal. She is a fiery badass.
Amen. And also in charge of women's rights, too. Take a look.
Can create the kind of characters we all actually are playing are important characters for people to see. In my case, Mira is an important, badass, fierce, empowered, strong character, a strong superhero in our own right.
Yeah.
Who also happens to be a woman. Thank you. We need more of them. We need a lot more of them, and I'm really happy that I can play a character that will be a small part of hopefully a bigger change.
Amen. And you know, someone said, I was so mad they brought it up last night because I wanted to bring it up now. This needs to be a movie. She needs to be a movie.
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. I agree.
Can I just say, like, the superhero movies, like Creed 2 made me want to rip up my gym membership because of the way he looked. Right. And this one made me want to learn how to swim because I want to be one of these heroes or something. Right? I got to, yeah. Jason Momoa did a great job, and she's complimentary.
I should probably jump in and say all of that swimming is somebody else. He didn't do any of his own stunts. We talked about that. I brought down the interview and I talked about some Wikipedia rumors, and also we talked about the kid appeal. Take a look.
Ooh.
Hey, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too.
Congrats on this.
Thank you very much.
I don't want to screw this up. Joseph Jason Momoa.
Almost.
Oh, nuts! What did I get wrong?
Namakaeha.
Namakaeha. And what does it mean?
Kind of like four visions, so kind of like seeing beyond what's in front of you, four times. So it's kind of all-seeing eye kind of thing.
Well, that's kind of prophetic.
Yeah.
So in this movie, we see you as a little kid, and during that moment, I'm thinking, wow, I wish I could find out what the dialogue would be like if you went back to the 8-year-old you. What would you tell him about this life you're having?
I'm gonna watch my baby boy, who's 10, next to me, and my daughter. So it's gonna be, I haven't seen it yet, and it's gonna be unbelievable just to hold their hands because they were there with me. But I couldn't imagine being 8-year-olds and seeing this and being Hawaiian and seeing something like that. I mean, I would be like, they made me what I am. Next level.
Right.
Yeah, man. I don't know really what to expect, but just looking in kids' eyes, that's gonna be pretty special.
Put it out on Facebook just moments ago to ask you some questions, and overwhelmingly people are asking the typical, do you do your own stunts?
I'm not.
What?
Surprisingly, this is the first thing I've ever done. Like JL, I did all my own stunts.
Sure.
There's so much. There's 15, 20 times as many stunts in this. There's so much action that we'd have to be prepping Sicily while we're doing the gladiator fight or the end fight. So there's an action. There was a stuntman ahead of us.
Right.
And then there's someone on set with me all the time, but you can't do it all. If it's on a wide shot, you can't see me. I'm like, if I get injured, it's just, there's so much. So I've never had another guy move for me until this movie. So, I mean, 65% of the stuff, but anytime I'm going through a wall and getting the crap beat out of me, insurance-wise, you just can't.
I don't blame you.
I get my butt kicked the whole movie, so that's generally, maybe I'll say 60% of the stunts I do. Maybe.
Right, we got to have you for some more movies. Yeah. All right, rapid round of questions. True or false, you once moved to Paris to paint pastel paintings?
No, it's totally, Wikipedia sucks.
Okay, so then you did not live with Tibetan monks?
No, no.
All right. You didn't take your dreadlocks off because they gave you headaches at one point?
Nope.
You love Aquaman and think it's one of the best movies ever made?
Yep.
I just needed something positive.
So go see it?
Yes,
go see
definitely.
100%. And on IMAX, you have to see this because it's crazy visually stunning.
Yeah,
Go see it.
Best scene on a big screen. Although I could almost say that about every movie this weekend because I just remember coming up next, Mary Poppins. Why you got to see this on the big screen? First of all, a test. A spoonful of sugar helps the
medicine go down.
The
medicine go down.
The medicine. They're over it. I'll tell you why. And the cast of Mary Poppins joining us next. Hey, welcome back. It is Extra Butter TV. Trust me, every single star of the entertainment Hollywood movie holiday experience universe happening right now on this show.
Right here.
Right now.
Here. Right now.
All right, let's
Right
take a
now.
temperature check. On the count of 3, say the movie you're most looking forward to this holiday season. 1, 2, 3.
Mary Poppins.
Jason Momoa.
Spider-Verse.
That's not a movie.
No, we're gonna make a movie, people.
We just talked Aquaman.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about Mary Poppins right now.
Yes.
All right, your daughter, very prime Mary Poppins age. Are you excited?
I mean, I'm excited for it. She could probably care less about it, guys. If
Really?
I'm gonna
No
be real
kidding.
honest with you guys. No, she just wants to watch cars transform and Pokemon.
See?
This is the first movie I've seen where I thought to myself, this would be so much more fun with a kid. But my point is Emily Blunt is the perfect choice for this. Because filling the shoes of Julie Andrews, you don't do that. No one has touched that since the 60s for a good reason.
Now, you'll see a cameo of Dick Van Dyke. Julie Andrews decided to sit this out because she wanted to pay respect to Emily and said, this is Emily's movie. What a year this lady's had. She may have 2 movies nominated for the Oscars. She started out pregnant in A Quiet Place, and she ends the year floating with umbrellas in this movie. We talked about both.
How many people could start out their year trying to silent deliver while an alien's coming after them and then finish up the year as Mary Poppins?
Well, that's it. Giving birth to giving flight. I don't know.
Isn't that the full spectrum of existence?
Maybe, yeah.
Congratulations on this.
Thank you.
You know, Rookie, you've done some amazing work. You've done a lot of different things. However, is there still intense pressure? Like, the reason you do this, I'd be curled up in fetal position saying, it's just too much pressure.
I think I felt momentary pressure, but Rob Marshall, the director, is just so wonderfully emboldening and maintains a sort of intimacy as you're collaborating so that it never felt bigger than me or what I felt I could do. And very encouraging for me to really carve out new space and make her my own and not be intimidated by the title, you know.
Sure.
It's just, I sort of approached her as I would any other character, really.
When you saw the playbook or the finished product with the effects layered in and saw yourself, umbrella in hand, floating down from the sky for the very first time, I would levitate. Did you levitate in real life? And say, oh my God, that looks amazing.
It's pretty wild. I mean, it's almost like it is happening to somebody else. It's like I can't quite absorb it as being me, you know.
Right.
It's very strange.
So I've got to ask you, from the Latin experience, is it wild to see Lin-Manuel Miranda pop up on the screen and suddenly he nails an English accent?
Oh my gosh, yes. And I'm just like, yeah, my people, everybody, yes, yes. Para la raza, yes, yes.
Viva Miranda, this guy, he's done some things. We talk.
Oh, yes.
At what point did your life surpass your wildest dreams?
Oh, it happened in 2008 when a Broadway show, a show I wrote, started writing when I was 19 years old, went to Broadway and In the Heights.
Oh,
Everything
you
since has
did
been
Broadway?
Gravy.
I had not heard.
A little bit, up and comer, song and dance man.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because I keep wondering, like everything you do gets better and better, and you started out pretty awesome with Hamilton.
Well, yeah, that's very kind of you to say, but I think the biggest leap in my life was going from broke substitute teacher to Broadway composer in 2008, and everything since has just been gravy.
It worked out okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
As are your bicycle skills. I know some of that's faked, but I mean, have the sequence with all the bicyclists.
None of that's faked. That's me riding that bike.
You're doing bike parkour.
Yeah, total bike parkour. There is one section where we did put some training wheels so we didn't lose any actual children while they're riding on the bike. But I'm biking all those kids.
That is why, and you can tell I thought he was joking when he said he did the bicycle stunts, but I found out he really did learn BMX parkour.
That's how we do it in the native lands.
Yeah, he doesn't just dip his toes
There
in the
you go,
water.
your
He
people
jumps
again.
in.
All right, I say go see it. We've all had this discussion about the biggest screen possible.
Yes.
Again, if you can see this on an IMAX screen, this is a
Yes.
visually stunning masterpiece.
Oh yes, absolutely. Go enjoy it for what it is. Everything they worked so hard on this for you to watch it on IMAX. So watch it on
It's a new version, but it has amazing nods to the original. I think that's important. And how do you not love Emily
Right.
Blunt?
How do you not love?
That's right, Emily Blunt.
That's damn true.
And on the biggest screens, on the good screen, it's going to be sold out until at least like April. So coming up next, a movie you can see that probably won't be sold out, but that doesn't mean it's bad.
Are you quitting?
Second act, J-Lo joins us next to talk about why you should see it instead. Hey, welcome back. It is Extra Butter, just about to wrap up our big holiday special. Not so much special as just every weekend we got another big movie with big Hollywood stars coming up.
Yeah.
It's the season.
Like we had Jason Momoa, we had John Cena in this show.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt in this show,
Yep.
and now yet another star. You were a little upset with me.
Yep, I take
You're
exception.
a little salty. Why?
I take exception because this movie, but with J-Lo in it, I love this movie. I love J-Lo. I love J-Lo. I love J-Lo.
Look, when we went to break, I merely said all the other movies are going to be sold out, so go see this one. You have to admit, even though this is a great movie, people probably are beating down the door to get to it.
I think they're going to see the big ones that are released, like we said, with Poppins,
Yeah.
but then I think they're going to filter through and find this gem.
She really is a funny person, but here's my whole thing about this, guys, is I don't go to the movies to watch like a feel-good movie, you know what I'm saying? And J-Lo's known for her feel-good movies, Made in Manhattan, Selena. That's something I would rather watch at
So
home.
you would have liked this movie. If this movie had a machete, you would have liked it a little bit better.
Yes! I loved her in Enough.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh, good point.
beating that
Good
butt,
point.
beating
Machete
that
for
butt.
Christmas. I like that.
It doesn't happen in this movie, but I did like it because it feels good. I like the relationship between Leah Remini and J-Lo's character, and I sat down with the two of them side by side. Turns out they are friends.
Aww.
Also, can you go Dutch angle, and can I get pushed back in a Dutch? Sorry. Just trying to impress Leah here, because she likes it when I talk tough. When I call some shots.
That's right. We get it done.
Right.
That's funny.
And also,
That
me
was
being
funny.
bold like that is so anti-me, because like he knows me. I'm like
I
the kind
love
of guy.
it. That's f***ing amazing.
Get a little thing over the deal.
That's great.
Right. Hey guys, I love this movie.
Thank
The
you.
mood you seem to be in right now is my mood when I'm watching that movie.
Thank you.
Love
That
to
makes
hear
us feel
that.
so good.
It really does.
Yeah.
It helps. It helps that
Yeah.
you're also playing best friends in the
Yes,
movie too.
yes,
That helps a
yes.
little
You know,
bit.
that was the goal. The goal was to kind of get our exact relationship, you know, not act in the movie.
Yeah.
Like really, like I was like, baby, you know, this is like that scene where we were in your garage and we were talking. We were both in tears about this and this and that. And she was like, yeah, no, I remember. I was like, that's what this is. Or she'd say, you know, when we do the here's the champ thing, I'm gonna do that in the scene when I'm pumping you up to go talk to him because you just don't have that confidence. I'm like, okay, and, you know, and we just go from there, and these beautiful things would happen.
You know, Vanessa Hudgens has had a pretty good life. You started out with all of the High School Musicals.
Yes.
Then she went on to do Journey to the Center of the Earth. I'm forgetting everything else she did. She did a lot of other stuff. Yeah, did that, and this.
Is there any moment in the film that kind of speaks to you that you could lean into from personal influence? Any relationship that you go, yeah, I can borrow from that guy. I get that.
I mean, the thing that I take away and love the most about this film is the only person that's standing in the way of you and your dreams is yourself. Because it's something that we all know, but we all always need to be reminded it. And I just feel like it's such an amazing thing to be able to share.
The director of this movie is Pete Siegel, a personal friend of mine, and I like what he does. I think he gets this. This is the note that he hits very well. He did 50 First Dates. I think you'll dig this, so go see it. All right, hey, we still got time. Credits are still rolling. What do you want for Christmas?
The new Jordan 11.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa or Jeff Goldblum. I'll settle.
Like a nice cheeseburger, like a good cheeseburger.
Yeah.
What I want for Christmas will change the world. I just hope I get it in before the end of credits. And don't!